Did you find my son? Is he all right?
You tell her what you've learned from her son.
Oh, blessed be the old mother. So it wasn't the weirdness. He swallowed a runestone.
There's hope in her eyes.
So that means we can be together again? There is a way? But wait, if it's still inside him, that means the rune... Is it even possible to remove it without harming the boy?
You tell her that you're going to see whether the blacksmith in your village knows more about her son's condition.
Thank you. You bring me hope that I might finally reunite with my son.
What am I doing here? Well, looking for resources, obviously. Here, look what I found recently.
He hands you a round object filled with light. The moment you touch it, it blends into your hand, and you feel a strange power rising inside you. As you approach the tree, it seems to shift and move. You draw closer, and suddenly you realize why the tree appears to be moving. Dozens of rotting bodies dangle and sway in the breeze. It looks like a strange dance with their necks nodding along in their nooses. While circling the tree, you notice something lying on the ground. The cemetery is not a place you should linger, especially this close to the weirdness. You notice a four-legged creature pacing slowly among the ancient gravestones. It moves with authority. After a moment, it finds the steepest and most skewed tombstone, leaps onto it, and then lies down gracefully. Seeing this is enough for you to realize that it's a cat. Its white fur shines brightly, but as you get closer, you notice that its texture alternates between translucence and solid color. You step closer and closer, hearing it purr louder, soothing your nerves. The cat purrs and rubs her head on your hand. You feel peaceful. That's something you haven't felt for a long time now. A faint voice in the distance brings you back to reality. It sounds like someone calling a name. Alice! The cat leaps down, and you see it turning its head in the direction of the voice. However, the moment she takes one step towards it, she disappears.
Hello again, stranger. Gold for rune stones. How about it?
You can feel it. The candlemaker's nightmare is going to appear again. And indeed, you see the enormous body slowly materializing out of the weirdness. After the battle, to your surprise, the monster doesn't die. Somehow he just vanishes within the weirdness. Then you notice a ray of light streaming up from the ground. Investigating, you find a beautifully ornamented pin. It clearly belonged to someone quite wealthy. There's a chance that the candlemaker will know something about it.
Oh, good to see you. Can I ask you a question? I told you about the nature of my crime, and I've been sitting here for years, cursed to stare at this fire for all eternity. All I do is wonder, how long can, or should, my punishment last?
Judging by the way he looks and by the thickness of the roots linking his body to the fire, he must have been here for a long, long time.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. To be honest, at this point, I don't even care if I live or die. All I want is to finally move my limbs. One last time.
He looks at you as if he suddenly remembered something.
Did you have any luck with that sample you took by any chance? Did your friends find any way to help me?
You explain what you learned. The man looks at you with a puzzled stare.
I suppose it makes sense.
The flame burns brighter.
I've had all the time in the world to think about what I did in the past. But what you said, what you did for me, it made me realize I did the best I could at the time.
You see blue veins crushing under his feet when he tries to move. He struggles. His movements are slow.
Yes, I forgive myself.
You see blue veins crushing under his feet when he tries to move. He struggles. His movements are slow.
I forgive myself.
He stands up in front of you, free from the fire. He looks at you with gratitude in his eyes.
Thank you.
Suddenly, his body starts disintegrating into a cloud of smoke, and eventually into dust. All that's left here is the fire. So his final wish was to die? At least he has found peace at last. You sit alone by the flickering flames. You sense that the fire is somehow different. was protected by this beast. A stash of gold and jewelry. When you filled your pockets up to the brim with gold, 3 ethereal chests materialize in front of you. Bringing your hand towards one of them causes the others to shimmer and blur.